Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Isaac,
And this is your boy Bryce.
and we are brothers on tennis. And folks, we are coming around. Well, not coming around, we are here, y'all. We are at the French Open Roland Garros 2022. Bryce, man, how excited are you about another Grand Slam, brother?
You know, it's a time for somebody to step up and to show out, and it's a time for somebody else to underachieve. So we will see who is who here across the next couple of weeks.
Right, right. I'm telling you, bro. I mean, I am definitely excited that the clay court season is coming to its climax with Roland Garros. I mean, it's going to be some incredible tennis. I always love going back to the best 3 out of 5. Hey, they finally made the change that all the Grand Slams are the same, so
Yes.
they all will go to a fifth set. That was a 10-point tiebreak.
Yep.
Yes, so we got that going on. So, definitely looking forward to some 5 setters, and bro, it should be good. And once again, there's a certain someone that's actually going to be on the grounds of Roland Garros French Open, and that would be who?
Well, let me tell you what. If this daggone forecast is right, I might be at the crib because they're talking about 80% chance of showers on Monday, and 40% on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's like, come on, really, y'all? I'm gonna fly all the way over to Paris and y'all gonna let it rain?
I think it's gonna act right for you, bro. I just have this sinking feeling it's trying to wreck your nerves right now. And once you get off that plane, they're gonna be like, "Oh, wait a minute, Bryce is here. Let's get right. Let's get right."
And like I was telling you before, Isaac, I don't care about the rain as much on any other day than Monday because I'm in Chatrier. So they got a roof. So the roof
The roof.
claims it, and we good and we got tennis. But on Monday, I'm on court long lawn
Right,
and
right,
it's wide open over there.
right, right.
Wide
Well,
open. So
we gonna keep you and that weather forecast in our prayers because we want you to see all of the tennis that you possibly can. We got to have you maximizing the French Open there, brother.
right, right. Well, let's go ahead and jump in the draws and as we've talked before, let's start with the women.
Yes, yes.
And listeners, as we always do, Isaac and we have not shared our projections for the tournament, and we will give you what we're thinking from the quarterfinals on. So it's always interesting to see where we're matching and where we're not.
Exactly.
But let's start off like we normally do, and let's just talk about some of the really interesting first round matchups.
Yes, yes. I What's interesting, Bryce, is it's funny, but for the ladies,
Mm-hmm.
I I didn't have the same number of like, oh my god, popcorn first round matches that I
Right.
typically did in the past, which was really surprising me because I had to actually like go through it twice to say, did I miss something?
Right.
But I did not. I don't think that I think that it's spread out a bit on the lady side. I mean, we got a special one in there, but still.
Yeah.
uh, but overall, no, I have to say, Bryce, I was actually pretty surprised that there weren't more like top level first round matches. So you want to just kind of throw them back and forth as far as
Yeah.
what you
Let's do
saw
that.
versus what I did. Okay, so
Yeah.
the first one I saw, and this of
Mm-hmm.
course is sort of a rematch of the Ukraine versus USA Fed Cup match.
I knew you were gonna pick this one.
I had to because I love my girl Ali Risk, and she is taking on Diana Yastrzemska in the first round, and I think that one is definitely going to be a good battle. Risk, as we know, is not. I don't think clay is her best surface. So I actually feel like Yastrzemska goes into that match with a little bit of favor. But we'll see. I actually liked that first round when I saw it. Did you have that one flagged?
That one jumped out to me immediately when I looked at the draw.
Yeah, yeah.
I said that'll be a good one for sure.
Absolutely. How about you, man?
Well, on my see, okay. this is not this may not necessarily be a popcorn match, but it's just an interesting match.
Hmm.
When I'm looking at the draw, once I get past that upset of Kaliskaya over Madison Keys, um, that next bracket, I am very surprised to see Taylor Townsend in the main draw.
Hmm.
Already, I mean, we've heard she's won, some challenger tournaments, but she's in the main draw of a major, but she's playing Caroline Garcia. So this is Clay,
Hmm.
and if she really ain't ready yet, Caroline's probably gonna eat her up.
Well, and it's the French Open, and she's French. So
Oh, and she's French too. Yeah, you know what? I completely missed that. So you absolutely right about that.
yeah, that
Uh,
one might be tough on our girl Taylor.
Yeah. So, but do you know what? I celebrate just her being back out there.
Yes.
People can hate on me or whatever, but considering some of the concerns we've had about Taylor's fitness in the past before she was pregnant,
Right.
I was a little skeptical that she was going to ever get back to a playing type of fitness. But I saw a picture of her not too long ago, and she actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, she's like I said, we even saw her even though during that little spell she did on the tennis channel. You could tell that she was getting in better shape at each time we saw her even on the telecast. So I think she's putting in some work. We'll see if how that translates to the actual court. But yeah, I was like you. I was very happy to see her name in the draw. I think
Right.
this is just a great first step for her. Get back in the majors, and hopefully she can make a dent. But it's going to be tough, though.
Right, right. Okay, what you got?
Well, the one of them that I actually and again, like you were saying, this really isn't a popcorn match, but I'm interested in it, and
Hmm.
it was actually a little bit above, and that was Halep versus Kanju. I just there's something about Kanju that I just like. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but I like Anna Kanju, and she was out for a while. She was injured. She came back. I do fully expect for Simona Halep to get through this match, but I personally will be watching that one. So that one was a little bit of not a whole bunch of popcorn, but maybe a couple kernels.
You know what? That one actually did catch my eye as well. And the reason why I kept it moving was because, Kanji just hasn't really been delivering.
Right.
And Halep has been looking better and better. And having been a previous French Open champion,
Hmm.
I just figured exactly what you said. Like, I fully expect for Halep to win that one.
Right. Right. And so, Bryce, did you? And I'm telling you, that's
Hmm.
all I had on the top half. Did you have any others?
Nope.
So we were right. Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
yep.
I was like, that's all I have on the top half. I mean, man. So who you got as far as the bottom half goes?
Now I know this is the one that we both just was like, all right,
Hmm.
they clowning with the draw right now. They
Straight up
clowning with the draw
clowning,
right now.
clowning.
And that is Anna Samova
Yes.
against Naomi Osaka.
Yeah. That's a rough first round right there. That's rough.
That's really right. I mean, you're talking about a previous French Open semifinalist
Yes.
in Anna Samova and someone who admits they hate clay.
Correct. Yeah.
Osaka.
I mean, honestly, bro, Naomi will get out there. She will compete, but unfortunately, it's going to be a first round loss. I predict for her because Amanda's, she been knocking folks out left and right,
Yep.
on the regular as of late. So she is not going to be intimidated. She is definitely going to see this as a fun challenge. And yeah, I think Amanda rather is going to unfortunately take out Naomi. That's just a rough draw, man.
But I'm gonna tell you what, Isaac.
Hmm.
If Naomi could somehow pull that off, not
Yeah.
only would that give her, I think, a lot of confidence, it's not a well. I mean, she could maybe get another round because then,
Yeah, because then you got Sakura, and that's where it might get a little dicey.
yeah. I mean, I would like to go a little further, but you're right. Yeah, she go up against Sakura on the clay, it'd be tight on her.
Right. Exactly. It's just a rough draw for her, and but hopefully this allows her to get herself right, and then we're moving to the grass after this, which admittedly is also not her best surface, but I think she'll be a little bit better on that surface than she is on clay.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we're gonna keep it moving. Look out for that match, folks. Man, the next one I saw, I gotta say this one interests me, and this is our girl Kontaveit versus Aya Tomljanovic. That's gonna be a good first rounder, I feel.
Let me tell you why I didn't pick that one.
Okay.
Did you see Tomljanovic had to retire yesterday?
I did not.
Yeah, and I didn't see the match, so I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was preventative or she really heard something, or Berrettini caught her hand being kind of loose on the side. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but if she's not healthy, she doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, because Kontaveit, we already know, she know how to fight, and her mental is strong, so it ain't like she gonna be cracking.
Right, exactly. So I hope she's healthy, but I just don't know. I don't know why she retired.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. What did you have next, my man?
Well, the next one is as we take a look at the continual slide of Garbiñe Muguruza. If your game ain't tight, let me just say it one more time. If your game ain't tight,
well,
who you don't want to see on your first French Open night,
yes,
is Kaya Kanepi.
Kaya be like, yes, just give me all the names, because I scalp, baby. I scalp. Yes. This is not good for Muguruza. I'm sorry, because again, I don't know that clay is Kaya's best surface, but if she gets the opportunity to get a scalp, she gonna get out there swinging. She gonna take it. She gonna
Especially
take
in
it.
a major.
Yes, exactly, bruh. Oh man, that's a bad draw for Mugu. I actually do believe she's going to get upset in that match. I really do.
Yeah, I do too. Because her confidence can't be high.
No, it can't, because she really has not been getting a lot of good wins of late. So, yeah. Did you have any others, my man?
I did not. That was it for me in terms of the intriguing first round, matchups.
I see, and that's what I said. I was shocked. I literally had to go back through again, and I'm like, I typically have way more first round popcorn matches than this, but that's all I got.
Well, I had a friend who said he looked at the men's draw.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't waste his time looking at the women's draw. He said he was like, it's Eagles to lose. So, it don't matter how they jumble up the rest of them.
Right. He right. He is right. Oh my goodness.
So, well, if that's all we've got to say about the first rounders, then let's talk about our projections and what we think is going to go down.
I like it, brother.
So, top half. Who do you have for your 4 quarterfinalists in the top half?
Okay, so it's worth mentioning because there is going to be potentially a good third round match with Simona Halep and Ostapenko.
Mm-hmm.
That's a potential. And I felt like the person out of there would play Swiatek. Right. I am going with Halep. So I think it will be Iga and Halep, but of course I think Iga is going to get through there. I think her quarterfinalist matchup. I was struggling. Well, not really struggling, but I think it's going to be Pegula. So I got Pegula penciled in to meet her in the quarters, because she's been getting some good results and la. But I tell you what, don't sleep on that Kalinina.
Oh, right, exactly.
Don't sleep on her. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
The next quarter that I have is who did I pick in this quarter? This one's easy. Yeah, I went ahead. I went with the seeds. So I ended up going with Badosa against Big Sabalenka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How about you? What you got, bro?
We matched 3 of the 4.
Okay.
Yep.
Who you got?
4. So in that first quarter up top, I have Swiatek and Pagula.
Okay.
So that's the same there. I match you on Badosa.
Okay.
But instead of Big Sab, I have Kasatkina.
And see, I have Big Sab taking out Kasatkina. And I knew that one was going to be a tough match because Kasatkina has been playing very well.
Yep.
So I ain't mad at that prediction at all. In fact, I feel like I'm kind of the underdog because I think Kasatkina goes into that match as the favorite. At least she should, based on how she's been playing and her variety. But, for me, it's always like Big Sab, if she's hitting the ball and she got herself right, she should win that match. So I went ahead and picked her. But, yeah, I struggled a little bit on that one. So I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all on that, bro.
Yeah, my thing is if this was on grass or hard or indoor, I would have gone with Sabalenka. But on clay, I'm going to give the slight edge to Kasatkina. Especially based on what you said. How her form has been as of late.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
So I'll go first on the bottom four. And who I have is, surprise, surprise, the first quarter is I have Jabeur meeting Sakari.
Okay.
And then in this bottom quarter, I know y'all gonna be like, ooh, what is he talking about? I went with actually Contivate and Teichmann.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, there you go.
Look, Contivate, she's always a good option. In lieu of, I just didn't really see anybody else that I felt more confident in than her.
I got you.
And Teichmann, I think she has the best form. She's in a section where, Krejcika was there, but Krejcika was just coming back.
Correct.
So not doing anything. Sloane Stevens in that section, okay? Then we got, and then, of course, the big match is Azarenka, right?
Right.
And my confidence ain't real high in Azarenka right now. But if Azarenka were to win that match against Teichmann, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going to go ahead and throw Teichmann in once again based upon recent form.
Those are very interesting predictions. That's what I'm gonna say. And honestly, I can't do no better because I'm the exact same way. I had a feeling that this was going to be that part of the draw where we were kind of all over the place because there hasn't really been any level of consistency. So it's even the seeded players, you just don't know. And it's like you mentioned about Krejcika, she ain't play. I didn't even expect her to play the French. So the fact that she's coming out after having not played for months and stepping into the French as a defending champion, I just have a feeling she's gonna get stolen. So for me, we had 1 of 4 in common.
1 of 4?
Oh, 1 of 4.
Okay.
And I think you know which one we got, of course, is Ons Jabeur. Because Ons has been the hot girl, outside of Iga of late. So, you'd be kind of foolish to go against Ons. For me, who I have her meeting in the quarters, and I know this is a stretch, but I actually have her meeting Anisimova. I think Anisimova is going to not only take out Naomi Osaka, but she is going to upset Maria Sakkari. And she's going to be like, go and get out the way, girl.
And that is, once again, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record tonight, but I understand the Anisimova pick based upon recent form.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Now, this other one on the bottom, it don't make no sense whatsoever. I'm just going to put it out there for you and everybody to hear. I just went more on emotion than anything else. So the other quarterfinal I have is Coco Gauff versus Azarenka. I feel like Azarenka will get through just because she is a Grand Slam champion. Yes, clay is not her best surface, but even with a Jill Teichmann, I just feel like Azarenka, when it comes to Grand Slams, her mentality will just be like, yo, I've been here, I've done this. No, I'm not gonna let you beat me. So I kind of went with her in that regard.
Okay.
And again, the whole the Coco thing is more sentimental than anything because in
Right.
truth, if she is really playing good tennis, she really should. If she were playing tennis like she was a couple of years ago, that fearless tennis where she just would not go away and was just roughing out matches however way she needed to,
Right.
I would be more confident, but I'm hoping that that Coco will come out because if that Coco shows up, that Coco will make the quarterfinals.
Right. I hold on just a second.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to look at who I
Oh, who you picked to take out Coco?
because Coco did I make a mistake?
Uh oh.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, so
No, Contivate. Yeah.
Cultivate is in that section. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I and of course I'm like you. I wanted to pick Coco,
Mm-hmm.
but I just started thinking about on that slow clay, if she meets Contivate gonna pick on that forehand,
Right.
and that's what I was afraid of in terms of. But sentimentally, I'm right there with you. Sentimentally, I want Coco to win it.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I would gladly allow all of my projections to be wrong for her to win it.
Right.
But yeah, I get what you're saying about those were sentimental picks.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take it to the semis.
All
Uh,
right.
uh, I'll start up top. I have Swiatek over Pagula. Surprise,
Mm-hmm.
surprise. And maybe surprise, surprise, I took Kasakina over Badosa.
Well, not too surprising, um, because for me, I had, of course, like you said, I had Iga over Pagula,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually had because I had again had Kazatkina going out to Sabalenka. I actually had well, funny enough, I actually had Rabakina taking out Badosa.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
so I've got a big Sab Rabakina, and so I actually think it's going to end up being Iga versus Sabalenka again.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
my semi. Yeah, I got it. I got the Iga Sabalenka round two
Okay.
from
All
the
right.
Italian.
All right. So you got Iga Sabalenka. I have Iga Kasakina.
Yes.
Who do you have in the bottom?
Whoo. I must have been drinking. I'm gonna put it out there for folks, but I am going with an All-American semifinal. I
Are
am
you
actually
serious?
yes. I believe Anna Samova is going to upset Ons Jabeur. And I think it is going to end up being Coco versus Amanda Anisimova in the semifinals.
Oh my goodness. Was that Hezekiah Walker track where that lady said, "Put the pipe down, crack man, put it down"? I can't remember, but wow, that okay.
One is of course just based on emotion. The other, like I said, Amanda Anisimova has been playing some really, really good tennis for late. I mean, like
Yeah,
her or not, she has been
yeah,
playing some ball.
right.
And she can upset anybody on any given day. And I just feel like with Ons Jabeur, like I said, Ons is a great player and she has been definitely hot of late. I just feel like Anna Samova is going to catch her on a little bit of an off day, and I just feel like she's going to take her out.
Oh,
And the other one is just strictly emotion. Because I just don't have really anybody else on that side to go with. So I'm just banking on Coco to rebound and get where I feel like she should actually be at this point in time.
all right.
So what about
Well,
you, brother? What you got?
I went a little more towards his whole recent form thing as well, minus Anna Samova. So I had Jabir taking out Sakari because we know how Sakari do in the later rounds of these tournaments.
That's right.
Um, and, and then I took Contivate over Jill Teichman.
Gotcha. All
Uh,
right.
so, all right. So, who do you have in the finals?
I think the finals will be Iga versus Anisimova. Who you
Okay.
got?
I have Iga over Kasatkina, playing Jabber over
Gotcha.
Kontaveit.
So you have a repeat Italian final.
I do, yes.
Uh-huh. I gotcha. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
And
So
in my final, I have Swiatek
mhm.
continuing the beatdown train of 2022.
Well, I tell you what, bro, we went through some curves getting to the final destination, but yes, that is where I came out as well. I do not think that Anna Samova will be able to deal with what Iga is bringing to the table, and she will lift her second Roland Garros championship.
Okay. Like you said, no matter how we got there, this is Iga's tournament really to lose. She is the informed player. She's the top player in the world. She's the hottest player in the world.
That's
She's
right.
at her idols tournament. She's she's a previous champion of this
Yes,
tournament. I mean, she got all the checks and all the right boxes,
that's
and
right.
she appears to be healthy. I mean, yeah. You probably can't make
Absolutely.
$1 on a bet on to win this tournament. Now,
Absolutely.
like Houdini said back in the day, when we gonna get to the good part? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing by moving over here to this men's draw.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
man, I'm just gonna let you go first with a good first round matchup.
And 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 once again, Bryce, I have to say, even going through the men's side, I didn't have as many popcorn first round, but of course there are a few more than I had on the women's side. But again, the first one that I saw that just popped out at me because we of course met this young man at Indian Wells, and that is that Cuevas versus Brooksby matchup.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that clay is Brooksby's best or favorite surface, and when you're dealing with someone like Pablo Cuevas, that's going to be a rough battle. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing that particular one. So that's the first one that I identified.
Oh, okay. I didn't think that was going to be the first one you were going with.
Oh, I know which one. Yeah, yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. And we're hoping, of course, Brooksby comes through
Yes.
on that. Go America, America,
America, America.
America. Okay. Well, I'm going with the one right below that.
Yep, I had
And,
that. Yep.
and that is Grigor Dimitrov against Marcus Giron. And
Yes.
it's an interesting combination or matchup of players because you have Dimitrov, who has pried the jaws of victory open to snatch out a defeat. And you got Jerome, who really gets in there in battles
He
and
battles.
and and
Yes.
and has pulled out some really strong matches, over the last year and a half. So that one can truly go either way.
Okay. I personally, as much as I like Marcos, I definitely give Grigor the upper in this one, just simply because it's a first round. Grigor typically always comes out the gates pretty good with his energy. He's got all that variety. I feel like he's going to end up hitting Marcos off the court. I honestly think that one will be a three setter.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still gonna watch it though because we love Marcos and he's a great guy. And we had an opportunity, of course, to chat with him on a couple occasions, and he's just a good guy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And
So
now,
yeah.
no, I was gonna say who do you have next?
So the next one I have is and not that this is a whole bunch of popcorn, but I put it down here just because it's intriguing, and I think that's the Opelka versus Krajinovic.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Film Krajinovic is a very complicated player, and if he's got his game right, I can see that going 5 sets. I really can.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I figured that one would be one that you would pick.
yeah, yeah. I always look out for all crazy Riley.
Well, and Krajinovic has had some decent results recently.
Right. Yeah. So there's some upset potential there.
Yeah.
How about you, bro? What you got
Well,
next?
the next one I have is the return of Dominic Thiem
Mm-hmm.
against Hugo Dillian, just because Dominic Thiem ain't really been able to get out of the first round nowhere.
Right.
So can he do it here against somebody he should absolutely plaster?
Right, exactly. It's gonna be interesting because Delian has actually gotten one or two good wins of late as well. So that, in my eyes, doesn't bode well for team. Um, but we'll keep our fingers crossed because we're hoping that Dominic can kind of get the monkey off his back and really start playing some tennis like he was before. But it's gonna take a minute. You can definitely tell.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Cool,
All right.
cool. Well, I of course got because I can appreciate this young man as well, another American. I'm looking at that Quarter Millman match. I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
Quarter definitely because Millman's just a workman. He's always going to put in the hard yards, so he's going to grind. It'll be interesting just to see how Quarter comes at him and what he can do against him. But I personally am kind of interested in that matchup.
Well, and I'm interested in the one right below it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lloyd Harris against Richard Gasquet. I'm
Yep.
surprised Richard Gasquet has gotten a couple of wins recently. And of
Right?
course, he's there. He's going to be there in France in front of the home crowd. And Lloyd Harris looks like he was trying to get his game back together
Right.
this year,
Right.
recently. I don't know how effective Lloyd is on clay.
Right. Yep.
So, and that might be the difference that swings this in Gasquet's direction.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because yeah, Gasquet been a little bit like Mary Chilich. He's just having some level of resurgence, if you will. You're seeing his name a lot more, and you're seeing some W's.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, cool. Well, bro, I will let you go twice. Because
Uh,
I
okay.
think as we go down to the bottom half of the draw, I'm almost certain that you have this matchup identified.
Well, actually, I had one more in the top.
Oh, did you really? Okay, well, I'll let
Mm-mm.
you go with that one then.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't pick this because I thought Ramos Vignoles was
Oh
your
yeah,
guy.
he is, and Kokanakas. Yeah, I actually think that one will be a good matchup. Yeah, because Tanasi's actually been playing really well of late, especially on clay. Because did he? I think he may have lost today. Um, but yeah, he's actually been playing very well, and you're absolutely right. Ramos Benolos is a guy that I follow and look after, and I honestly don't know who's going to win that one.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was a an interesting first round matchup.
Very much so. Yeah, thanks for that one because yeah, it's like I saw it but I didn't write it down, which is kind of weird.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, exactly. That's my guy. So yeah, that'll be an interesting one.
Okay. Now, who's ready to put their hands on the French Federation or
Yeah.
the ITF right now is me. Because Joe Willie Songa done told y'all this is his last tournament.
Right.
So if
Right.
y'all if y'all be out there fixing draws, this was the time to do it.
This was the time to do it because that is not a cool first round at all, bro.
No, it was
No.
rude.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
rude to
rude.
do
It
this.
was
Rude, just straight up rude. How they gonna put Joe Willie? I guess they was like, go ahead and get up out of here, you know.
right. They like you good. We peace you out.
Oh my goodness. So Songa's first round matchup is against Casper Ruud, one of the best
Yeah.
clay court players in the world right now. And
Yep.
as much as I love Joe,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna get drugged. He gonna get drugged in that match. It won't be real long. But that might help get him on center court on Chatre.
I yep.
That'll be like it won't take a whole lot of time. We can go ahead and queue up the next match after that.
right?
Yeah, Casper Ruud is like, oh y'all, thank y'all.
He's like, thank you very much. I get to end somebody's career. That
Career,
is awesome.
send him into retirement. We can exchange jerseys or shirts,
right?
whatever.
They might as well plan it out.
So I'm just hoping to be able to be there. I hope they don't. He's not scheduled to play on the first day where there's that 80% chance of rain, and he's
right.
under the roof there
Right.
at so. let's hope they hold Joe to Tuesday so he can at least stay in the tournament until Tuesday.
There you go. Well, I need you to fight to get some photos and get an interview with Joe
Yeah.
Dub.
Well, I'm gonna try.
There we go. I know that. Yes. All right. Well, keeping it moving here. The next one I have, and I actually think this has some serious upset potential.
I know where you're going.
And that is Denis Shapovalov versus Holger Rune. Because Holger Rune can play some tennis on clay, y'all. Yes, that young man is good.
Yes, he can.
Come on, Bryce. Talk about it.
He did really well in the next gen tournament. Surprised a lot of people there. And he's been on a bit of a run. And Shapovalov, or Shapovalov, or however you want to say it. Right. He's just all over the place. There was a time maybe 6 months ago and before where I tried to get hype behind Denis, man. Shoot, Denis might be the second coming of Dimitrov.
He got a lot of talent, but you just wonder if it's going to see itself through. I feel like his mental is what's holding him back, because he just seems like he gets so annoyed and upset about some of the littlest things. It's like, bruh, come on. It's not that serious. Stay focused. He just chattered. And you heard, what's our boy name? Jamie Delgado. Jamie was like, I'm out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Jamie is not coaching Chapo anymore. He's like, I'm gone.
I did not hear that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So they split, and he was like, I'm not trying to have no more Andy Murray drama-ish with all this chirping at his box. And so he's gone. So I don't know who Chapo is being coached by right now.
His mama.
Basically. So, bruh, that one has upset potential. I'm telling you that right now.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that one.
What you got?
I think this is an interesting match. Demon Yor against Gaston.
I wrote that down. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know he's Australian, but was kind of raised on playing in Spain on the red clay. Right. So he's very comfortable and very good on it. Yep. But once again, you can never count out some of these French people playing in front of the home crowd. Yes. And we've seen Gaston in a couple of matches. He knows how to battle. And if Demon Yor I think it's going to require Demon Yor to be off a little bit. If Demon Yor is on this game, he should win.
Correct.
But if he is a little off, or the match gets extended, and this could be a 5-setter.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it could very well be, because I think Gaston plays very well in front of his country crowd. You know how some people either wilter or they step up and they play better. I think he's someone that steps up and plays better. So yeah, Demon's got a rough task ahead of him right there. Yes, sir.
So what you thinking next?
What do we have next? The obvious one. This to me is the fire matchup. And that, of course, is Musetti against Tsitsipas. That's a great first rounder. And, although Steph, like I said, he'll get the crush from Alcaraz and from Djokovic, he ain't going to take the crush from not too many other folk.
No.
So he going to snatch Musetti by his little ponytail and send him on back to Italy, I feel. What are your thoughts on that one, dog?
See, Tsitsipas is going to be like, yeah, we both got these backhands, but I got a forehand.
Right?
And you not going to be ready for that. And you over there and you little, and I'm big and a Greek god and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, Musetti gonna get drugged.
Yeah, he gonna get drugged on that one, I feel. Yeah, man.
So let's see. Okay. Wow. Yeah. You know what? I didn't even see this matchup. But man, there are a couple here that may not sound like nothing.
Okay.
But we'll keep it with the French folk.
Okay.
Manarino and Delbonis.
Oh, yeah. I did peep that one a little bit.
Yeah, that's, that may not seem like that's much of anything, but Manarino, we know he got that quirky style, and once again in front of the home crowd.
Right.
And Del Bonis, Clay is where he does his thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it could be a very interesting little matchup. Yeah. We'll
Hmm.
see. We'll see if Manarino can step up in front of his home crowd.
Right.
And then, like you were saying, the one right below it, you've got Pear and Ivashka. Because
Yep.
Ivashka is always a rough, somebody to take out. So
He is.
yeah. So and you never know what you're gonna get from Benoit. So
Oh my God. I don't even watch his matches anymore.
I don't, because they become very very curious-ish to me, and
Bublik-ish.
Bublik-ish a little bit too much. It's like, come on, just compete and keep yourself right.
Right.
But so yeah, you never know what's going to come out of this match. I mean, if Ivaska's firing, he will win this match, because he will frustrate Pear, and Pear will then fall off the wheels will fall off.
Right. I agree
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Go ahead
And
and
then
take that next one.
yeah, of course, you got to mention our boy Tommy Paul. Love Tommy. And he's playing Christian Garin, which is really interesting and sad at the same time, because Christian Garin used to be seated.
Yeah.
And now, far cry from that.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm thinking that, if Tommy is not on his game, Christian might get through that one. I am hopeful that Tommy will be able to use this as an opportunity to really play a good match, because if he gets through there, I mean, like, he's in Rublev's little section, and honestly, on clay, Rublev is definitely someone that is up for an upset when we're talking about clay. So I think he's got a shot, man. But we're gonna keep our good energy there for Tommy.
Yeah, I agree with you with Rublev and the potential upset on clay. But even if Gutting is not, hasn't been the hottest player, that is not somebody you want to see in the first round of a best of 5 clay court tournament.
Right.
And
Exactly.
because I could easily see Garin losing the first set and getting grooved and then rolling Tommy Paul. But you're right. I want Tommy to win. But that is definitely, I think, a first round matchup to watch.
Yes, for sure.
Well, and the last one that I had on in this bottom half was one that maybe a lot of people aren't particularly interested in, but I just like both of these guys, and that's Basilashvili and Maxime Cressy.
Hands.
Yeah, hands. That's our guy. But I just expect, especially in a best of 5, Basilashvili to pull that one out. And Cressy, I don't know if his confidence is the highest right now, and it's on clay too.
Right.
So, like I said, I just called it out because I just happen to like both of the guys. And Cressy's a very tall American that I actually like.
That's always a good thing. America. Cool, man. Oh, all right. Cool.
So let's go ahead and let's move into, let's talk first. Okay, before we go any further with the draw, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Right.
And before the draws came out, or particularly the men's draw, before it came out, we were very interested where 3 people were going to land. We knew where one of them was going to land. But Isaac, do you know who those 3 people are? We wanted to see where they landed.
I think we do. I think, of course, it's Novak. We want to see him, Nadal, and our dungeon boy, Carlos Alcaraz.
Well, I tell you what, whoever put together the draw didn't have tickets for the semis and the finals. And they were like, we're going to go ahead and see these matchups early because I ain't got no tickets. Them tickets were too expensive later on in the week. Yeah, so, and just to be clear for everybody else, Rafael Nadal was drawn in Djokovic's quarter, and Alcaraz was drawn in the same half, along with Alexander Zverev.
Rough, man. That top part of the draw is rough, and not only is it rough in that regard, but potentially Rafa would have to see Felix Auger-Aliassime even before getting to Djokovic. He got Stan Wawrinka,
right?
Potentially,
and we know the foot ain't right.
And the foot ain't right, y'all. The foot is not right. It would be hard for me to believe that within just this short a time frame that he could have gotten that foot back to at least close to 100%. I don't know, folks. And it's best 3 out of 5.
Right. Well, he's doing something he's never done before.
All right.
He's bringing the foot doctor to Paris.
Oh, okay.
So I think, what they trying to do is, like immediately once that match is over, Jim Courier don't be getting all long-winded in the post-match interview. We got treatment we got to get to.
Exactly.
And get this thing right. And it may be okay for him in the beginning where, they're playing like every other day.
Right.
But I definitely get concerned for him in the later rounds.
Right.
So I'm not sure. So we were disappointed to see that. But anyway, let's go ahead and walk through who we see making it to the quarterfinals and beyond. So you want to start us off with your 4 quarterfinalists from the top half?
I certainly can, my man. Honestly, I'm going with the draw. I initially was thinking about Felix, but then I was like, no. So even with a bad foot, I feel like Nadal is going to climb up on him, even with Uncle Tony in Felix's camp, even though I doubt Uncle Tony would attend that match just because he's that type of guy.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's going to be Djokovic versus Nadal. And I actually see it being Zverev versus Alcaraz in the other quarter. How about you, brother?
I got the exact same thing.
Right? I mean, come on.
There's no mystery in that at all.
Sorry.
Nah. Sorry, Nita Baker. No mystery in that at all.
Right.
So, I'm gonna just keep it moving then. Let's take it to the bottom half.
Where it gets a little more interesting.
A little more, but I think in that first quarter in the bottom half, it's pretty straightforward. I think it's going to be Ruud versus Tsitsipas.
Okay.
And then in this bottom section, because, Medvedev is just coming back as the number 2 seed, and we know he feels about clay the way Osaka feels about it.
Right.
I actually have, believe it or not, Sinner versus Karina Busta.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I said it.
Okay. I mean, I got a couple interesting. So we're 2 of 4.
Okay.
And I'm interesting like you as well in the sense that, okay, I went up top with Tsitsipas.
Oh, okay.
I did, but who I have him facing?
Uh-oh.
I have an upset, y'all.
Okay.
Don't ask me why, but I actually think Frances Tiafoe is going to make a quarterfinal.
Okay. But
here we go. But this one is a little bit less emotion and more about, because if I think about Casper Ruud's game, heavy forehand, he's got an attackable backhand. It's very, spinny. It's light. It doesn't have a lot of weight to it. Francis has a heavy forehand as well, and his backhand is pretty flat. I actually think Francis would make a good matchup against Casper Ruud. I really, really do. And you put in play the fact that both of them are very athletic. Of course, you give Francis the nod there for being a little extra. I think that has a good five set sprinkle on it. And I actually think that Francis could potentially get out of that court because he's going to dust off Hubie Hurkacz because Hubie does not like clay. We all know this. So
Okay.
I actually think that Francis will get by Hubie. And hell, Hubie might need to worry about getting through Pablo Andujar. But anyway, but I just feel like that's going to be a potentially good matchup, bro. And I'm going to go with Tiafoe. So I'm going to stick with it. I done said it. I'm putting it out there, and there we have it. So I'm going to go Tsitsipas, Tiafoe. And at the bottom.
And hold on. I will say that, like Coco Gauff,
right,
would love to see Tiafoe. Would love.
Right.
I mean, I hope you're right.
But you ain't gonna put your rent check out there.
Oh no, ain't nobody getting evicted over this. It's Tiafoe, and honestly, I think the best of 5 hurts him.
Oh, okay,
because I think in a best 2 or 3 against Casper Ruud, he might get up on him, get hot, get some good winner, shock him. I think over time and Casper just getting grooved. And
that's a good point.
That's
a fair point. That's a fair point.
But I hope you're right. I'm rooting for you.
I'm trying to throw it out there for the folk. I done put Coco and then Tiafoe in my drive, so we'll see how it go. But yeah, so I got Tsitsipas and Tiafoe, and I actually have Sinner against your boy, who has become my boy, of course, and I actually have him going against Kecmanovic.
Oh, I want that so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I think Pablo is going to be too strong, too long for him. I do. But once again, see, you picking all my desires, what I want to happen.
Right.
I mean, heck, I'd take an Alcaraz Kecmanovic final.
I did quietly how they played at what was it, Indian Wells?
Yeah,
I would take that battle any day on any surface. Them boys can fight.
So once again, I hope you're right, brother.
Yeah, man. All right. So who do you have making the semis?
Okay, so I'll start at the bottom. So that's
Right.
And I'm gonna go with, I think Sinner's gonna make his first major semifinal.
Okay. All right.
I have him taking out PCB.
Okay.
And I have Tsitsipas being like, Ruud, go and get out of here. And, I might lose, but I ain't gonna lose to you. So I got Sinner and Tsitsipas at the bottom.
Gotcha. I have got Tsitsipas, and I actually have Kecmanovic.
Oh wow, man! I hope you're right.
Yeah, I actually have Kecmanovic, so I have Tsitsipas Kecmanovic in the bottom half semi.
Okay, now who you got up top?
Up top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It hurts my soul, but honestly, it is what it is. I'm going with what my gut is telling me, and I'm picking Djokovic. As much as I said I would never ever not pick Nadal.
Mm-hmm.
With Nadal having a foot issue, it's not the final. It's Djokovic, and he's beaten him outside of the final. If Nadal is not 100%, and I think that Djokovic got a excuse my French, y'all, a shit ton of confidence coming out that Italian.
Right.
I think that him winning that 1,000 was like, you know what? Yeah, man, my ego is getting inflated again, y'all. Here we go. I'm getting back on my ride, and I feel like he is going to take out Nadal in that quarterfinal. So I have him, of course, then going against our dungeon boy, Carlos Alcaraz. In that semi. How about you, bro?
So I match you on the Alcaraz.
Okay.
I have a feeling if Rafa got to take off that Nike and put a peg in that foot, Nadal gonna win that match against Djokovic. I don't care what he got to do. If he got to go Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Hardin on him on the side, Nadal gonna win that match. Now I don't Oh, okay. So no, let me leave it alone with that. So everything that you said is 100% valid, and I had the same thoughts on every point.
Yeah.
But from an intangible standpoint, I just think that's just what he's not willing to lose.
Right.
I just and you have talked about this more than I have. I think that really stung with him losing to Djokovic last year.
Right. Right.
And you know, he gon' that foot doctor he bringing along with him. They may have to waterboard him or something.
They better
Be like, you do whatever you need to do to get me through this next match. I just feel like that's gonna happen.
All right. Well, so now we flipped it, because now you got my hope, because of course I hope Nadal can get through that match for sure.
Right.
I'm just I don't know. We shall see. We shall see.
Now, continuing that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
in the semifinals up top with Alcaraz and Nadal.
Uh-huh.
After Alcaraz has Juan Carlos Ferrero go kidnap that foot doctor, he gonna beat Nadal like he stole something. But Nadal gonna be okay with that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I think Nadal's gonna be like the old wounded warrior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he just made it out of the Djokovic thing, and then he's just gonna get obliterated by Alcaraz. Alcaraz with them drop shots, and then Nadal's like, I'm not running for that. He gonna be hitting drop shot serves. It ain't. It's, you know what? It's gonna be like how you hate to see your hero go out.
Uh-huh.
Nadal fans, don't watch that match.
Just don't watch it. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
So, who you got up top?
So, of course, I had Novak taking out Nadal, and I have him playing Alcaraz in the semi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with all the stuff, you would think that with all the stuff I did with Coco Gauff and Francis Tiafoe, that I would have some common sense. I don't. And Bryce, I know, because I am not a fan. I am not. But for whatever reason, it's not whatever reason. He's a Grand Slam champion. He's got 20 of them, and he's tied with Federer, and he's one behind Rafa.
Right.
I predict that he's going to take out Nadal.
Okay.
That in itself is going to, again, it's all about ego and all about that, all that, machismo or whatever you want to call it for Djokovic. Right. Regardless of what we think about him off court, Djokovic is very smart between the lines.
Right.
He will learn a lot, and he has learned a lot from that match that he played against Carlito. Right. I just feel as though Grand Slam, he beats Nadal. He's playing this kid who beat him. He's learned, and he's in an opportunity to get 21 and not, mind you, I know that's not the final, but he's on that road to be able to get 21. I don't know that I see our boy Carlos being able to get it done. So I am actually picking Djokovic in my draw, because I know you have Nadal, Alcaraz. In my draw, have Novak actually taking out Carlos Alcaraz in the semis.
And I hope you're wrong.
I completely hope I'm wrong. We agree on a lot of things, and we sure enough agree on that one. I hope to goodness I am wrong, but my gut is telling me that that's how that one is going to pan out. We'll see.
So that's a very logical way of looking at it. I mean,
yeah, but why be logical when I pick Tiafoe and Coco Gauff? I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know.
Well, let's take it to the bottom half. And yes. Remember my two guys at the bottom were Tsitsipas and Sinner.
Right.
Yeah, and I just feel like Tsitsipas gonna be like, look, kid, you ain't ready yet.
You ain't ready, and that's how I have it with him and Kecmanovic. He's gonna be like, no, sir, you're not ready for this.
No.
And he go, yeah. So Tsitsipas, in my eyes, will make yet another French Open final.
Yep, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So you have Djokovic Tsitsipas, and I have Alcaraz Tsitsipas.
Yes.
Do we both have Tsitsipas losing?
Yes. I'm sorry, bro. It's not your day, Stefanos.
No.
As much as I like him, as much as I enjoy his game, I just feel like right now you've got three other guys in Nadal, Djokovic, and Alcaraz who can take him out. And regardless of any of those three, they will get it done. So yeah, I see him losing.
All right. So you have Djokovic getting number 21 and tying Rafael Nadal for most majors on the men's side. And I have Carlos Alcaraz getting his first major title with tears of Spain running down his face.
And I hope you are 100% right.
Right.
Hopefully.
Well, and what my hope is somehow Nadal can still pull it all out, but like we've been saying,
right?
If the foot ain't right, we don't know how realistic that is.
Yeah, it's a tall task having to get through all of those folk to raise number 14. I don't know. I don't know if I see that.
Right. Yeah. So Isaac, let's talk about our mid-fortnight show.
Right.
Well, no, we can record because I'll be flying back from Paris on the 29th.
Yep.
But that Monday is Memorial Day.
That's correct.
Okay, so we can record it on Monday.
Yeah, we can do that. So, folks, we'll get that mid-fortnight episode out to you guys Memorial Day weekend or that Monday.
Yep.
And, we'll talk about how right and or wrong we've been in regards to our predictions. Always fun, though. Always fun.
Yes. So, look, everyone, remember the French Open is the major that starts on Sunday.
Yes.
So tune in and start watching on Sunday. And should be some, like, as you've heard us talk through the draws, should be some very interesting matches very early on. Really, really, really interesting. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And also, don't forget, Brothers on Tennis, we're going to be over there in Paris trying to do what we do. So look all week next week for different content on the grounds of Roland Garros. Hopefully we'll be able to get some players, maybe some coaches. We're going to hit you with some food and fashion and everything we can over there. So please tune in to our social media channels next week and check us out.
That's right. It's going to be a blast, you guys. We all get to live vicariously through, folks. Let's do it.
All right. So keep your eye on the French Open, and we will check you out next week. So on behalf of the podcast, this has been your boy Bryce.
And this is your boy Isaac.
And we are Brothers on Tennis. Everyone, take care.